Good morning and welcome to today's Empowering Morning Conversation, 334th session. So let's get started today. Today's question is, what is being healthy for you? And what are you doing about it? And what else is possible? So
Can you
that's the
repeat
question.
that once more a little slowly, please?
Yeah, sure. What is being healthy for you? What is being healthy for you? And what are you doing about it? And the second question is, what are you doing about it? Third question is, what else is possible? I put it in chart box also. So let's explore what is being healthy for me. So at one level, I can say, everything is energy, right? The whole universe is energy, everything is consciousness. So as long as I make sure that my body, mind, and emotions do not block the energies, I am being healthy. I am being healthy. So how do I make sure that there are no blocks in the body, in the mind, and in the emotions? It's okay. Emotions come and go, but don't freeze it and block it. So that's how I think of being healthy. Yes, sir. Sir,
Sir, we have our access conscious mantra.
yes, sir.
Healthy for me. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory.
Yes.
Once I take this in true sense, I'm healthy. Absolutely, no doubt about it.
Right. Yes, it is the state of being, how you carry yourself, how you be yourself. That defines whether one is being healthy or not.
That's what I'm following, sir.
Right. That's really great.
And that keeps me healthy.
Right.
Because once you are stressful, then only your health will affect. Once
Right.
you're anxious about what is going to happen in future, or if you are doubtful about your future, if
Right.
you do everything in a positive direction, positive way, you will not feel that.
Yes.
That's
But
my.
then there is a asymmetry between positivity and negativity. If something good happens, we just see, okay. But if something bad happens, our intensity of feeling is much more.
More, but in fact, nowadays, even somebody says that somebody expired, I'm taking it very easy.
That's great.
It was never in my life.
Right.
Reddy sir, sorry to interrupt. I missed that. Can you tell me again what text that you are taking?
No, I just said access conscious mantra is my way of living. That is, all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. If you follow this, then you will be always healthy. Because you feel, if there is a pain, you feel the pain. It will go off. You need not take a medicine. It will go off
Right.
in you. And
you may want to take medicine also. It is up to you. You can decide whether you want to.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Got it, sir. Amazing. Thank you.
So being in consciousness, being aware, really puts us into that position where we can look at everything in an energetic way, positive way. Right. So for the people who join later, the question is, it is there in the chat box also. What is being healthy for you? What are you doing about it? And what else is possible? So that's the question we are exploring today. So Reddy Garu was saying that if he follows the access mantra of everything comes to me with ease, joy, and glory, that in itself is putting in a good health. So I was saying that everything, the whole universe and everything is energy. So if there are no blocks in my body, my mind, and my emotions, then I am being healthy. If there are any blocks, I should see how to remove it. So that's being healthy. So what is it for you? What is it for you being healthy? And what are you doing about it?
Ramaji, can I?
Yes, Vetri, please.
Yes, it's a great question and wonderful discussion. Actually, I'm just completely aligning with the point you are saying. Energy, these things and all. I'm just adding little more to it. Is like whenever I feel ease, on a feeling side, I say, if I feel little heavy, some disturbance is there in mind, then obviously it end up in healthy. I can clearly see that something upsets the stomach or something happens, something like that. But when you're feeling happy, kind of whatever you feel like doing, whatever you feel like speaking, and you're not hurting, nobody is hurting you, kind of an inner tranquility, then the health, there is no object to see as a health. This feeling itself is a health.
Yeah.
And that is one aspect. And another aspect, I'm also a little conscious on this physical exercise. I go for regular morning walk. I do little one. Since we are talking about healthy, I just want to share that information which is there in my mind. One of yoga masters said, he says, this bone, the human being, whatever we got, it has got, it will not get destroyed. Even when you just people, after 2000 years also, when you just they do some this research and all, the human bones are available. It's coming from the ground, earth. So it will not get destroyed that easily. So what is making the problem is the joints. There only the white blood cells are produced, those kind of stuff. So what he says is, if you want to keep a maintain a good body, all joints should be taken care of. It's you go and do as a yoga, you go and do as gym, whatever it is. But the basic idea is where and all you have a joint that should be activated, like whatever exercise, right from the head to right from the toe, all joints. You consciously do and reverse something that's taken care, something like that. I believe in that, and I do all my exercise combining from head to toe, something like that, and I do walking, and I completely feel good. So that is what I'm doing it, and what else is possible? So many things are.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Vetri. Yes, that
Can I say?
Yes, Asinaji.
Sorry. I feel it's only in your mind. If your mind is healthy, your body is healthy. Once you feel, when you have tension, the whole body gets drained out, and you keep thinking of that problem of yours. Every time you think, your body gets drained out, your energy gets drained out. So you have to be positive, be healthy in the mind first, and then the body will take over. This is what I feel. And I try to do that, because when I get negative, I go to an environment which gives me positivity. As I have always said, that I start dancing. That helps me a lot. That's the way I get rid of it.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's so true. That's not.
So that is the way I keep myself going.
Thank you for sharing that.
Can I add, Robert?
Yes, kid.
One is the physical health, second one is the mental health. Physical health is maybe absence of disease. Mental health, I would say, being happy, no feeling of hatred, anger, or being no insecurity feeling, basically. You don't know negative thoughts. I think this is what is mental health, I would say.
Right.
That's all. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So what are you doing about it, and what else is possible? So for you, the physical health is without any disease. Mental health is being positive and not getting stressed,
All right.
not negative. So what are you doing about it?
See, physical health, well, I'm actually practicing yoga. At least once in 2 days, I do that. Mental health, I think being in the positive vibes, EMC also is helping me. Good to great, EMC. These are the things that I actually has been helping from last couple of years. I mean,
Right.
it's not that no, I won't go to negative thoughts at all. There will be some times where I'll get into negative thoughts. Again, no, it helps me. These sessions help me to come out of it. So even there are many days there where I don't talk in this forum, but being in the midst of all these people talking, listening from them, that alone is no, very helpful to come back to positive frame of mind, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for recognizing that and
Thank you.
using that. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. So we are exploring the question: what is being healthy for you? What are you doing about it? And what else is possible?
Now, and another, can I add one more thing,
Yeah,
Rama?
yes,
Here?
please. Yeah,
See,
yeah.
When I see the forum here, it's
Yeah.
not that only I have problems. Sometimes my problem looks very small. Everybody has problems. Everybody is, but it's not that I'm taking solace from there, but I'm seeing how the people are being happy, expressing positiveness in spite of having those challenges in their lives.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So challenges will be there, but if
Right.
we keep ourselves in a very, aware and conscious way and be positive, we can
Right.
handle whatever the challenges come in.
Right. And learning being allowance also is really helpful. See, allowance of myself and also particularly colleagues at office. Now I started consciously practicing that. I think yesterday also people were sharing allowance. I can also see. I wouldn't say there is a significant change. A lot of things I still have to practice, but I'm slowly doing that.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So the physical exercise is important. Like KP said, yoga, and what Vetri said is doing the exercise, particularly the joints. So one of the simplest thing is to make sure that the breathing is smooth at all times. If the breathing is proper, I think many of the issues will automatically go away. So simple things like sitting straight wherever we are standing or sitting straight and continuously making sure that the breathing is continuous and no blocks and no shallow breathing. So always deep breathing. So that in itself will really keep the body much more healthier. So we don't need too many things. But that awareness is required. If you don't have the awareness, then it will go. We will just couch, we will sit in a different way, we will breathe in different way. So being in awareness is very, very important for being healthy, of course, mentally, physically, emotionally. So also it is the way you perceive. Are you being healthy? So just because there is some issue in the body, you don't need to perceive that as no, I'm not being healthy. So there will be some or other issues. It can be addressed, it can be overcome. So that doesn't mean that you are not being healthy. The state of being healthy is the way you treat yourself, the way you perceive yourself. So anybody else? Of course, Jonita, I think she is the expert in that. Sometimes she can add. Yes, Nitaji.
Rama, you just mentioned about being in awareness, and I would just like to add one thing over there. Many times, especially I have noted in postural issues, because I was myself in that state at one point of time. A lot of the postural issues are not coming from the ill health or the weakness in the muscles or, not being aware, but it comes from the emotional baggage that we carry. A lot of our ailments come from the emotional baggages, the grudges, the anger, and all the negativity that we carry. It need not be a pure medical situation that needs a doctor attention, checks, tests, and proper prescriptions. Many a times it is just this change in the lifestyle that can cure you of a lot of your ailments. And I am sure, like myself, each one of you must have also faced that in your experience over the year at EMC, how we've been evolving and how we've got over some of our little ailments, which were very nagging, but they were persistent and we could not identify the reason of it. For example, if you let me share, I had a bad memory of a very severe argument with someone who's very dear to me. And I carried that because I was more in a shock of the kind of argument it was. Not what was said, done. Yes, that was also not up to my liking, but just the fact that that kind of a situation happened. And that time I did not realize, but over the years, I developed very severe pain in my shoulders. And I went to the doctors, got the x-rays done. Everything is normal, but the pain would go on increasing till I could not raise my hand. It needed a lot of mental effort to be able to raise my hand. And I kept fearing that I'm getting frozen shoulders, but it was nothing like that. It's only when I became aware of it with a lot of reading and, the exercises over here. One fine day, I did get rid of it and now there is no pain. So a lot of our ailments, ill healths come from our own errors of carrying the negativity with us. So that is what we need to keep cleaning on day-to-day basis. Thank you.
Absolutely. I think you are really, put it very nicely with examples. So the frozen emotions, frozen points of views and beliefs, and the frozen energy within the body also. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for saying that. Yes, Lalitha.
So voice is gone.
What happened?
Too many lectures. So otherwise. So I think I'll skip talking today.
If you are not able to talk, you just leave it. If you want to type few sentences, do that. Otherwise, it's okay.
No, it's okay because I think what I needed to tell. No, I think it's not possible. So
no, don't worry.
Yeah,
Take care.
Yeah. Bye.
Right. So when you get all right, then you can. Okay. Thank you.
Rama, one question what Nitiji has shared.
Yeah.
What is it, ma'am? You were saying there is a frozen energy. The energy is frozen. That's why the shoulder pain was there.
It was the negative energy from the experience which I carried with me, and where in the body you carry it is, I don't think a person has a choice on that. It happens naturally, and it kind of catches some part of your body and it freezes there. But the day I realized it and I released it, after that I've not had the shoulder pain.
Okay, now I'm just wondering how you realized it.
A lot of reading in these exercises. Yes.
Okay. Right.
And so that famous statement, what energy, space, and consciousness need I be? Those kind of things that have helped, because the pain was so severe that it wasn't, initially it would come during winters. And then it started coming the entire year through. I went through this pain for a good 5-7 years before I realized what was happening. And I used to think it is the chill going into the body, so I would put an extra cover on the shoulders, but nothing would stop it. It would be a piercing feel. And once I got rid of it, I released it. Nothing remains. And I released it, I think, about 6-8 months back.
So released through clearing statements, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Great to hear that.
Hearing statements and affirmations. Yes.
I see.
Awareness itself.
Because I was reading and I was into all of this, I became aware that this could be something because I am not getting a medical reason for it.
I see. Okay.
Very often we do have this tendency, what I've been observing in people around me also, if we have one ailment, one problem, which is a genuinely medical situation, it could be arising out of some kind of an emotion, but whatever is, but it needs some kind of a medical attention. Around it, whatever other discomforts we have, we keep clubbing it that it's because of this, it's because of this. And then, you know, the whole thing begins to grow into a bigger ball and a bigger ball and a bigger ball. And we are just carrying it with us. If we look at it as, okay, you know, I have a blood pressure or a sugar issue, and then I start unwinding and I start to reverse it, I think it would be a much better for our individual selves. I know the journey is not easy, but it is not impossible. And there's so much of awareness today on all of this. We just need to, you know, be open to putting our efforts into this line and curing our own selves. There's nothing like when you can cure your own self, when you can work on your own self. The doctors are there to be your support when there is a genuine medical situation, but what you can do on your own, let's do that. Thank you.
Thanks
Yes,
for sharing.
Rediger. Thank you. Thank you for explaining. Rediger, you wanted to say something?
Sir, we take the easy option of taking medication. We never think about how Neeti ma'am thinks.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
human.
so if it's truly emergency, of course, we have to go for all this, no, the allopathic approach, whether it is taking medicine, surgery, whatever it is. But for the lifestyle issues and the long pending issues, I think it requires that kind of approach what Neeti ma'am explained. So Neeti ma'am, the issue what you had, is it related to something related to responsibility?
No.
Okay, so there is a mapping.
I just happened to be a spectator to an argument, and that's how, you know, when I tried to help people in that argument, just pacify the situation, I got dragged into it, kind of a thing, you know. And just the entire episode left a very strong impact on me, which I realized much later that I was carrying that episode so strongly in me.
Right. So like say you said, in which part of the body it lands up, you don't know, but actually there is a mapping. If it is something related to responsibility, it lands on your shoulder, and each part of the body there is something associated with that. I think the experts like Induji and Yonita can tell better, but there is a clear mapping. What kind of issue will affect which part of the body?
Okay, but because in this it was two people, and both were dear to me, so I was trying to just calm down them, and that's how, you know, I was trying to avoid the further building of the argument and anger, and that is how I got involved, and I carried the incidents more than them. It had nothing to do with me.
Yeah, you are taking the responsibility of taking over their problems. That's what I read.
Okay, in that way, yes, where I felt, you know, since I was there, this should not have happened. Why did this happen? They're both dear to me. I could not help them. If you look at it from that point of view, yes, it's a sense of responsibility, but it was more out of love and care that I've never looked at it as a sense of responsibility. So I guess so. That's how. Maybe I need to read more on this. Thank you.
Yeah, there is a clear and very well-known literature on this. Whether you know any of the traditional approaches, whether it is Reiki, whether it is Ayurveda, or whatever you go, it will be there in that.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for really bringing out the real live issue and demonstrating that how it happened and how you overcome. It's really great learning for all of us. Right. Anybody else would like to share about what is being healthy for you?
Yeah, good morning, Abhinav here.
Yes, Abhinav.
But generally, this is one topic which I always avoid because I'm absolutely confused about it.
Okay.
But as everybody was talking about it, I just got present to some of my values. Now, I lost my mother once. I think when I was in first standard, 6 years old, my mother had heart issues. And the doctor, when I was born, she was about 22 years old, so 22 and a half or so. So the doctor, so once jokingly, my father asked a doctor, because he was an Air Force officer. So all the doctors are also Air Force officers. So mess में मिलके अपना BSB चलती रहती. जो मैं asked the doctor, will my wife see the marriage of my son? And the doctor just kept quiet. In spite of a very good environment, he couldn't even say कि हाँ क्यों नहीं. She would definitely see that kind of confidence because of her. And then, but still, my mother lived but she was not well, but she still lived up to the age of 56. And not only she saw my marriage, she actually played with my daughter also, and my daughter was 2.5 years old. So that way, my mother has a fulfilling life. So plus, I see Shane Warne died at the age of 52. And during this COVID, people I considered very healthy actually died. And some people I used to consider, iska kya hoga? And they're still, COVID bhi ho gaya, they're still like. So I'm absolutely confused about the health issue. What I do believe is that if you are happy and fulfilled, probably you will be healthy and you will live longer. And sometimes I see people who are very, go for morning walks, live a very regimented life about their health, and yet health are not good. And yet someone who always is happy and fulfilled, someone like my father, he's 83 years old, he's still I just made tea for him. He's, in spite of 2 fractures, he walked up to the drawing room, is sitting in the drawing room and having his tea. And my bhuas, who are, my father was born in 1938, and I had 4 bhuas, and the youngest bhua was born in 1956, 57. And all 4 of them are no longer alive. And he's still healthy, because I've seen that he takes care of his well-being, emotional well-being.
Yeah.
So, but I'm confused. But I don't have any authority to say anything about the health issue.
No, but you said it. You said it, but you may want to validate that. You said it as long as as long as you are
happy and fulfilled.
Yeah.
So if you're healthy and fulfilled, and now healthy and fulfilled definition after attending the morning EMC with you is, if you're non-judgmental.
Yes, exactly.
If you're non-judgmental, or
Yes.
if whatever judgment you make is in favor of your life coming to you with ease, joy, and glory, you will be healthy.
Right. The judgment, what does it do? It blocks, right? It blocks. Mentally, it blocks.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
So similarly, what Niti ma'am said, the emotional blocks.
Yeah.
That also create health issues.
Yeah.
Or the physical body, if you are not having sufficient exercise or something, you are not, keeping it straight, it can get blocked.
Yeah.
So those are the
Absolutely.
issues. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sure you will get the clarity, once you think a little bit more deeper and observe a little bit more deeper. And it's really great that we are getting excellent examples here, like live examples from Niti ji. So it gives more clarity for all of us.
Can I add?
Yes, sir. Leena ji after that. Okay. Yes, Ashok ji. Ladies.
1000%. I 1000% agree with Niti that the emotion makes the muscles and nerves staunch, and that staunchness causes the physical difficulties. And those physical difficulties we try to remove or try to address them by medicines. मसल टाउंच हो गया तो मसल रिलैक्सर ले लो. अरे बाबा, खाली एक ही मसल नहीं रिलैक्स होगा, पूरा all the muscles will get relaxed. So what happens is medicine attacks only the symptoms. It's not a solution. Sorry, medicine is not a solution. It only treats the symptoms, and the reason for that, for particular muscle or particular body situation, need not be only what the doctors thinks. Allopathy, Ayurveda, naturopathy, homeopathy. Why there are 4 or 5 different branches? Allopathy doesn't know what has happened. आपको बुखार आ गया है तो टेम्परेचर कम करो. आपको ये हो, you are getting loose motions तो मोशन बंद करो. अरे, it only treats symptoms, but because it treats symptoms, it is quick. Ayurveda goes back. They say कि कहाँ से चालू होगा, कब चालू हुआ, क्यों चालू हुआ, and they try to remove right from the grassroots. Homeopathy tries to understand the body and tries to rectify it or recover it from its initial stages. And naturopathy, of course, is something to do with yoga and everything. That they find that there is something wrong with your normal living. They say the God wanted everybody to be happy, healthy, and natural. The only motive with any living being is born, number 1, is reproduction. That is the only thing that the body is formed. You take a plant, you take a bird, you take a human being, anything, anytime, anywhere. So reproduction is the basis why the whole universe has been developed or is there. So there is nothing wrong having attractions, there is nothing wrong in having affairs, nothing. But we have created our own rules. That is different. But coming back to health is direct measure of being mentally satisfied and calm and at rest and with ourselves. And that is where the yoga starts, irrespective of your illness, irrespective of your illness. If you really practice yoga, then there is every chance that you will be free of medicines for the lifetime. That is my way of looking at it. And I support Niti that yes, many times it happens that you get loose motion. Many times it happens you get headache. She got shoulder pain, but loose motions, from where do they come? In school or colleges, कि अभी फेल होने वाला है, ये टीचर उसको मारने वाला है, तो we used to complain, मम्मी मेरे पेट में दर्द है. Why we never said मेरे पाँव में दर्द है, मेरे हाथ में दर्द है, मेरे इधर दर्द है. We always said मेरे पेट में दर्द. And if a teacher really shouts, what happens? The pants get wet, no? So there is a direct relationship between the psychological situation and the physical response our body gives to it. So being healthy is to have a control on our psychological, mental health, and physical health will follow naturally. Thank you. That is my view, and I support Niti, and and thank you very much for supporting my theory, because I also believe in it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Leena ji?
Yes, good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah. And Rama sir, I have something to share today.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I think the day before yesterday only, I told you about the pain and all, knee pain, So I was thinking on that, how to do Then from that day only we are repeating some this thing now, clearing statement.
Mhm.
And I think 10-20 times we must be gone through that. But to my utter surprise, that pain has reduced drastically.
Okay.
Yeah. And I myself was so surprised. What is the what magic is this? And I thought that some key has, found in our hand. And I think we can solve all our problems by this. So
Excellent. Excellent.
I'm so happy.
Yeah. So that's basically that's being in consciousness, being aware, and
Yeah.
being in question instead of assuming or concluding.
Mm.
So you are questioning what is it, and you are truly aware and releasing it. So I don't want to keep this block. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what it opens up all these approaches, clearing statement and other things.
Yes. And we
Yeah,
are
that's
all actually physiotherapists from last 1.5 years. And yeah, it gave us relief, but not like this. It is like instant type, no? In 2 days.
wow. This is another magic.
Yes.
Amazing, amazing. It's
Thank
really
you.
great to hear the live example. Thank you, Rinaji, for sharing that. Yes, Vetri.
Sir, thank you. I just want to quickly add something to the conversation. Before adding that, I see a possibility, which is we are all kind of matured and learned things. All the sharing from everyone's today, if you put it in a chapter, it is a wonderful book guide for a good health. The secret of health, you keep title as a book and kind of compile all this, everyone share and put it in a book. It's a bigger book than any book available in the market, and it is coming from a live exam. Let's see how it comes out. And my quick share is, I want to give one more different perspective, sir. We are just talking about psychological well-being, how you feel, the energy, all fine. It's ultimate truth. But one different perspective I would like to share is, I want to give it from my mother's example. My mother is 84 years old, and she's very healthy lady, still she eats whatever she eats, and she goes alone, all by God's grace, all fine. But one thing I noticed, I never ever seen her complaining about her health. I never ever seen her sleeping. In fact, even a basic thing. The moment you go, she's getting up, and I'm the age son of her mother, my mother. And we have a big family, everybody got married, something. See, the attitude of serving, attitude of contributing. This body is just a tool to serve, nothing else. I don't need to give this, even her ailment, even fire wounds. She says, put something and it will go down, don't worry. On the stage, we worry, oh, you cannot go cook in the kitchen, you should not get hurt or something. She doesn't care. And her full attention is on serving others, contributing to the people. Like now, even midnight, I go from being in another city, country, and suddenly she wakes up. What do you want? If you want to drink coffee, this, that, something like what can she contribute? It is not that what you are going to do me, what attention is not on herself at all. And she is feeling perfect health. Now, once this discussion has come, I see things in such a way that her health is taken care because she is putting attention on serving, contributing, and using this as a tool. One more quick example, which I tell my friends and all. Assume a person who is pulling the rickshaw, maybe at the age of 50, and he has to feed his family after doing the daily wages. Can he complain in the morning that my sugar has gone to 70, my pressure is 170, which is not good to go to? No, he doesn't care everything. He just throws away whatever available in the house, just eats and he goes, pulls the rickshaw, brings money to family, and his health is taken care. That is what we see in the world. If we just too much of these things, it spoils. Just a thought I would like to share them. Thank you very much, Ramaji.
Thank you, Vetri. What an example, yeah. Your mother's example is beautiful, actually. Thank you.
The best way to receive is to give. It reminds me that all mothers do that. Sorry, sir. Reddy garu, you were about to say something.
Yes, Reddy garu, go on.
Sir, I just want to, when to Abhinav Mathurji, first is stop worrying about your health. Start taking action with awareness, how happy you are and how healthy you are. That is a positive way I feel. Because once you start worrying, it makes your life miserable. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Reddy garu. Yes, anybody else? Induji, do you want to add something? Major sir, today's question is, what is being healthy for you and what are you doing about it? There were really amazing examples we have been seeing, people narrating.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I couldn't agree any more with everything everyone has said this morning. I think such profound discussions happening and very relevant conversation the way it has steered. And just to add my 2 cents about this, of course, all ailments, it could get manifested in your physical body. But one school of thought, we entirely believe that every ailment is in some way or the other psychosomatic. It has to do with the mind, the psyche, and it gets a way of getting shown up or manifested in the body, somatic, soma, to do with your body. So some of the issues that our friends just taking just one bit of my observation on that. And if you notice beautifully, each one has that body intelligence to have figured out that issue that they discussed, stemming from a psychological space of stuckness, whatever they had experienced. If it is the frozen shoulders, yes, I'm witnessing something and I have taken the weight of the issue on me. It could be essentially to do with my own issue or something that my near and dear ones are experiencing. But if I had taken the onus on me to resolve it, or if I had taken the for them to ease the situation, whatever, the weight of the issue, settles on my shoulders in some way or the other. It shows, let's say, frozen shoulder. It can even be anger. Anger, it has a way of showing up in the body as neck pain, shoulder pain. Like you said, of course, there is a certain kind of pain gets to parts of our body, depending on emotions unresolved. Sadness could show up in the chest. Anger, of course, for the neck and shoulders. Happiness, of course, in different areas we can all emotions have different pockets where it gets manifested more visibly and strongly. Alina was talking about knee pain. Yes, if you have
Is it your network?
Not
we're not able to hear you.
Yeah, we also feel the same. It's something with Indrajit's network. Indrajit, we just get a cracked.
I'll just check. I'm switching on to another network. Maybe it will take Can you hear me now?
Yeah, better.
Better, Ji.
Yeah. So sorry for the inconvenience. So yes, I think Ashokji had also beautifully summarized a lot of things about how one watches what you eat, how you feel, and how you could help your body restore in many ways naturally. I think ancient Ayurveda also talks about Vata, Pitta, Kapha. If those doshas are balanced, a lot of health issues are taken care of by that. So, and of course, what he mentioned, I also subscribe to that view. Allopathy, yes, is very useful in immediate attention to any trauma, any accidents. Diagnosis, nothing more beautiful and advanced than allopathy. Not deny the benefits that we are for, but to go, how many visits you make to the dermatologist to solve an irritation or an applications or irritation or frustration that is not, maybe the ointment will help the rashes heal on the hand, but if that anger is not solved, it may show up as some kind of skin condition in some other part of the body or an eczema. In my own cases with clients, a child who was having extreme eczema conditions on the ears, like Leena ji just said, 2.5 years, 1.5 years physiotherapy, whatever help it did. But in 2 days, she saw so much relief of that suffering. So similarly, 6.5 years of eczema on the ear, with just 10 days of realization and affirmation, I've seen changes in the ear condition. So all of that is possible. Another client who had severe backache, of course, she lost her father, and there was a lot of pain around. I lack support in life. I don't have anyone to help me. So no amount of visits to the orthopedician or fractions could help, but affirmation that I trust in life. There is support that comes to me. And started trusting friends and family. So it saw the back pain go in a matter of 2.5 months. She couldn't move without belt, the health belt and all that. It has changed. Now she's dancing and playing badminton.
Great. Thank you, Indiji, for those examples and affirming what others said. Yes. So, anybody else would like to share? Yes, Major.
Yeah, can I?
Yes, sir.
For me, I've been observing a lot of stoic people who've been able to take life in all its corners head on, being an equanimate state of mind. Equanimity is the name of the game. I had seen people, especially the people who've been professing and practicing stoic philosophy of taking life as it comes. Nothing ever affects them physically or mentally, because as Induji had said, and as rightly articulated by Ashokji, everything starts only from the mind. So it is all dependent upon your first mental health and then your physical health. Mind affects the body and body affects the mind, and vice versa. It's a strange continuum because it is housed inside the body, and whatever we feel, we think, we experience immediately has a reflection of the body. I found that if you're able to suppress feelings, suppress anger, especially emotions such as guilt, sadness, and all, if you're not able to express it, if you're able to subvert it, it immediately triggers off an unhealthy trend in the body. And as Indu said, a lot of such emotions which have not been given vent, it immediately first skin. You're able to find some rashes. Even psoriasis also has been cured. Long-term, so psoriasis have been cured by giving affirmations for around less than 6 months. And anybody who's lost a job, who's lost a loved one, they're sure to have some stress or stiffness in the lower back. Anything which hurts them very, very much, especially in the realm of guilt and shame, they're supposed to have something related to their heart or even chest region. Lungs are especially vulnerable whenever you feel that you're insecure, you feel threatened, not physically, but mentally. And if you read the book of Lucy Hay, Heal Your Body and Heal Your Mind, she comes out with a lot of affirmations, positive affirmations for each and every disease or illness of the body. And I personally found, be that as it may, if you're able to excrete in the morning, 50% of the body's problem is over physically. If that doesn't happen automatically or naturally or effortlessly, then the problem starts. So for the past 4 years, I've been practicing what is called enema therapy. It's just a small, it is available in all Khadi Gramodaya shops all over India. It's just costing around 55 rupees. The small mug sort of equipment, small mug and with a tube. You'll have to pour water and then insert it to your anus. And just 2 minutes, the entire water goes inside. Just wait for 2 minutes if you can. Otherwise, nothing much. Immediately, you're rid of your body's, that is constipation or whatever to call it. The entire day becomes very, very fresh. You may take whatever you can take the previous night. But in the morning, if you're able to clean your bubbles, nothing like it. That sets the tone for the entire day. Whatever be the stress of the day, whatever be the problem that you're supposed to encounter, everything takes care of just one simple technique of enema. This I found personally useful for the past 4 years. And I've been advocating and propagating it to the extent of people blaming me that I got some commission with the agent who sells the 60 rupees contraption. So that's all from my side. Thank you.
Yeah, so that is a major block. If there are no blocks, either in the body or mind or emotions, I think everything will be healthier. And this is one of the major blocks, what you said, major stuff. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, I like to say something.
Yes. Yeah, after that, Vetri and AP. Yeah.
I must say the mind is everything that happens in you. When my elder son lost his kidneys failed, that was the time when in no time I started psoriasis. In no time. I had psoriasis in my knees, on my shoulder, number of places I had psoriasis. And I knew why it was. Until I think I should say till last 10 years, it has just disappeared because I keep training my mind. It's okay. It's okay. After he died, then I have relaxed. I said this was his fate and this is what it is. And you will not believe when my son died, I just didn't cry. I just felt that he's relieved of all the suffering that was going on in him. So from that time, I think my psoriasis was on downhill. And I'm absolutely free of psoriasis now.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to share.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Vasnaji. Yes, Vetri.
Sir, just a quick share. You beautifully mentioned, major block for health is being removed by Major G by explaining that beautiful thing. Major sir, thank you very much for that. On a lighter note, I would like to ask, can you just figure it out and tell me what is the emotion behind lodging the hand?
Genetic, and nothing else.
That's just
sir, also, if you can download the copy of You Can Heal Your Life, there is everything. What kind of emotions and thoughts in creating what kind of disease. There is a table there.
Wow, thank you, Pooja. You are giving
and
me
you are looking beautiful, by the way.
You made my day. Thank you very much. But I still have a competition to Punenchi. After growing my hair, I have to go to same Filipino shop and cut hair like him. Thank you, Pooja.
Yes, KP.
They say that wise people, you are really intelligent.
And there are no blocks.
First, it's complete transparency. And Pooja, first statement is I'm out. Now you're adding me too much. I can't bear it. you made my whole day, rest of my life. Thank you very much, Pooja. It's going very nice.
Pooja, can you put that book, name of the book on the chat?
I already put it, sir. I already shared it in the group.
So Pooja is referring to the same one, is it?
Yeah.
And Asad also thinking of growing hair again.
Yeah, Vetri, KP.
You Can Heal Your Life. It's a PDF copy. I will share in the group also. I refer to this one. And this is this book from same author, Louis Hay. And
Okay.
initially she wrote, you can heal your body, and then later on so there is a table in You Can Heal Your Life also, and it shows that what kind of thoughts, what kind of emotions creating what kind of disease, and the affirmations also along with that.
Right.
So yeah, we can do those affirmations.
Thank you. Pooja, please send it in WhatsApp group. Yes, KP.
I want to ask this question. We talked about mental health. What about emotional health? How is it different? Is it same as mental health or is it different? This is a question rather than I am having.
Yeah. So it is slightly different. So your mental health and emotional health are slightly different. There, of course, everywhere it is all linked. Your body, mental, and emotional, all of them are linked, interlinked. A lot of overlap is there, but still there is a separation. For example, emotional health is that you like Major sir said that you get anger, you get some negative emotion, and instead of letting it pass through, if you block it, then it creates problem in the it gets frozen in the body and creates problem for you, both mentally as well as physically. Whereas the mental health itself is, there is something you are worried about, and you are always keep thinking about it, thinking negative about it, right? Even a small thing you are not able to do, because your thinking, the mind keeps on going in the loop, saying that, oh, if I do this, what will happen? If I do that, what will happen? So this is slightly different from the anger or any other emotion, the way it came and you froze it. So there is a distinction.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Yes, sir. Kuldeep ji.
I just want to put small two add-ons to what has been said. One is that it is accepted that mind affects the body and body affects the mind. But neuroscientists have researched the degree to which body affects the mind is less than the degree where mind affects to the body.
Yes.
So mind is primary. That is one. Secondly, as our President Venerable has mentioned about his mother's attitude, the neuro-linguistic programming NLP has put this thing into perspective, why it is happening to the people like this who think that way, and they lead a healthy and full life, because mind understands the language of visualization, language of pictures. Whatever we think, whether we like or don't like, we create a picture inside, and mind understands that. And then whole body gets the command that you would like to be like this, and that is implemented. This is scientific validation for this. These two add-on I want to give. So visualization makes all the difference. That is why the power of affirmation and all this is derived from the fact the moment you affirm something, you consciously or unconsciously visualize something. And moment we visualize, we get the message to 80 billion neurons, the same picture of yours, and that matters. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much for bringing that out. So any sharis you want to say? And then Kunanji was really silent today, so he's going to put some bomb at the end.
Shairi, I can say that for all of us, कि एक उम्र के बाद उस उम्र की बातें उम्र भर याद आती हैं। एक उम्र के बाद उस उम्र की बातें उम्र भर याद आती हैं, और वह उम्र फिर उम्र भर नहीं आती। And I request Niti ji to translate it.
So दोबारा बोलिएगा please. It's beautiful.
एक उम्र के बाद उस उम्र की बातें उम्र भर याद
After an age, we keep recalling, remembering instances from a particular age. And for the rest of our life, that age never comes back.
हाँ पर वह उम्र फिर उम्र भर नहीं आती.
The age never returns in the remaining life. Basically, what you have today, live it fully, because there will be a time later in your life when you will recall these moments and you will not get a chance to relive it.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
I request you to translate to have more grace into the substance. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Pooja, you wanted to say something?
Sir, I wanted to share that if anybody has read Eckhart Tolle book, so Eckhart is also one of the person, he talks about power of now, right?
Yes.
And most of the time we go in either past or either in future. So, and in one of the book, he talked about the pain body. So whatever the emotions, whatever the feelings we stored, we are either not able to convey, either we are not able to release it. So that's stored in our body. So at times when people feel overwhelmed, when people not able to understand what's happening, I'm not able to decide, I'm not able to think properly or whatever. So it's a lot of emotions stored in body, and that's making you overwhelmed. Because we practically school में सिखाया जाता है ये करना है, parents सिखाते हैं ये करना है, and we keep on suppressing ourselves in so many areas. So if we can release it by either with meditation, be it sports, be it with your mental thought process. So most I think say the crucial thing is being present. So whatever the tool we are using, be it Access Consciousness, be it any other tool, whatever resonate with you. So, and I request all to read his books because he is one of the author. I really felt that he go very deep into all this.
What is the name of the book?
The New Earth, The Power of Now. First you go ahead with like Power of Now. I can send the PDF also if I find it.
Thank you, Pooja ji. Great wisdom student.
One more thing.
Yes,
He
sir.
also has written one book which is the condensed form of Power of Now, that is Practicing Power of Now. That is a small one paragraph and one page, 2-3 paragraphs and one page. That is also very important. Recently, she has written a compendium on the New Earth. Wonderful. And I totally agree what she's saying about Eckhart Tolle. I've read all these books.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Wonderful.
Yes, Kunal ji.
Thank you, sir. I think it's beautifully discussed the subject and great session done. Just a quick thought when I was listening to the conversation, I was talking to myself that what exactly I am supposed to do, because it's ultimately, as Sukhdeepak sir said, that what you are going to do. So for me, today's takeaway is, in spite of knowing all such stuffs, what exactly I am doing is to be healthy physically, mentally, emotionally, whatsoever, is coming to my mind is to be self-disciplined in all aspects. So self-discipline in thinking and self-discipline in taking action. Because ultimately, if we have to take care of mental health, we have to have the proper thought process. If we have to take care of the body, we have to have the proper action. And that happens only when we are disciplined. If not, all such things will remain as is. So I was just contemplating that how can I be more self-disciplined? So the thought coming to my mind is that in spite of whatsoever emotional state is, you are thinking it is hard or cannot be done or such because is coming, you keep on doing whatsoever is the best in terms of whatsoever tools Sir has given to us. So that way, if we can take on keeping the action, we can make ourselves more self-disciplined. And if we can make ourselves more self-disciplined, we can manage our thoughts, emotions in a powerful way, and we can certainly manage our body, and we can avoid the pain body concept, what Pooja was talking. So that's my takeaway, that's my thought, sir, and great session. Thank you so much. I learned a lot.
Thank you, Kunanji. So the discipline is not a pain, it is a enjoyable process. So we may think that, oh, discipline, oh, it is painful, I have to do this, do that. When we are being disciplined, what you are doing is you are doing the best thing for you. You are picking up the best thing for you. So there is a Tamil, this thing, Tirukural, Kanirupa Kai Kaundatru. So there is a ripened fruit, and there are sour, unripened fruit, vegetables. So it's up to you. If you are disciplined, you pick up and eat what is tasty for you. You don't need to mindlessly go and pick up whatever is there. So that's the discipline. So we don't need to think discipline as the painful process. It is an enjoyable process. Right. So anybody else?
Ramaji, quick observation. I remember that you are not feeling healthy today, some issue with the physical health. By speaking health to everyone, you cured that, it seems. Yes. Now you're saying all right.
Yes, that is true. Heal himself. That is true. I was completely down yesterday night. I was not sure whether I could really get up and do anything, but I could do it. It is like, what Vetri's mom. So I said, no, I'm going to, Sir asked me to do this session, I will do it.
And if you allow me, sir, let me share one couplet.
Yes, sir.
Kuldeep, sir, आपकी तवज्जो चाहूँगा.
जी.
This is dedicated to Rama, sir. And अर्ज किया है कि तेरे मुस्कुराने का असर सेहत पर होता है. तेरे मुस्कुराने का असर सेहत पर होता है. लोग पूछते हैं कि दवा का नाम क्या है. लोग पूछते हैं कि दवा का नाम क्या है, मगर तेरे मुस्कुराने का सेहत पर असर होता है. So the cure is in the smile, and your smile impacts my health. But people ask, what is the medicine? So thank you so much for letting all of us have a great morning session and smiling.
Thank you, Kunanji. Amazing.
One more small
Yes,
statement I want to do it.
Yes, Kuldeep.
As far as what Mr. Kunan was mentioning about discipline, we also should remember that if we try to do some new thing because of maintaining discipline, for doing a new thing may risk a failure. But not doing it, we ensure it.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely.
So go ahead and get that ripened fruit, which is a certain.
Yes. Right. Thank you all. It's a great discussion. Let's conclude today, and let's see tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock. Thank you all very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Kunjan sir, thank you so much. You resonated that knowledge is not going to make difference unless and until we implement it.
True.
Thank you, and God bless
Stay safe and
everyone.
stay blessed.
Amazing session. Thank you. Bye-bye. I close the session.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.